In this section, section 4.62, we have what we call collective nouns. Collective nouns, we have a group of nouns that can be singular or plural according to the context we use or according to our intention. Whether we mean حسب القصد أو النية مالتنا, we use these words to represent as a singular or a plural. In this case, we have three categories of such collective nouns. The first one, we call it specific collective nouns, or generic collective nouns, or unique collective nouns. For specific, this is, let's say for example, we have the army, we have the class, we have the team, we have the tribe, we have the clan. So all these words can be, or let's say the family. The family. Why we consider them as a collective noun? Because it is possible, if we are talking about the families, means family and families. In this case, we consider family as one unit. All the father, mother, son, daughters, we use them as one unit. We consider family. In this case, it is singular. Or we are talking about the members of the family. So members of the family, as we say, father, mother, son, daughters, etc. In this case, we are talking about the individuals, الأفراد. In this case, it is what is a plural. If we say all the family arrived except the daughter, for example, we mean here what? Or the family or the members of the family. The member or army. Why? Because the army has soldiers, officers, etc. The tribe has men, women. We have fighters, we have the educated, uneducated. Such words, we call them collective nouns and specific. In this case, it is possible for this one to use either singular or what? Or plural. Concerning the generic means we use certain expressions. Let's say, for example, the public, the press. Here we have limited words as a generic, the press. You know the press. Press means الصحافة, let's say. So in this case, it is possible to express as singular or plural. But generally, we use it, or mostly we use it for the singular. We use it for the singular rather than what? Than the plural. So then the third category, this is, as we said, generic. For the generic, mostly we use as a singular. The third type is what we call the unique collective nouns. For example, the United Nations, the Kremlin, the Congress. See, here we mostly use as what? As in the case of, say, proper noun. Proper nouns. أغلب هاي الأسماء, they are proper nouns. See, United Nations. We don't have the United Nation, but it has a meaning of nations more than one, or United States. So these are mostly as a proper. The first case, the specific could be singular or plural. All of them, of course, could be, but mostly here, in generic, mostly singular. And the unique, we have a proper nouns, as we say, the Kremlin, the Congress, etc. So this is what we have, the collective nouns. So in this case, if we have the meaning, if we have one of these words as a subject, then a verb, then we have whatever, a complement or object. If we are dealing with as a singular, and then the verb is what? The singular. I mean, if we say the family, could be the family has, or what? The family have. If we mean as one unit, so we say the family has a big fortune. And if we mean members, we say the family all learn how to drive. So means we use the verb according to the type of the subject in our intention or our meaning. This is concerning the collective nouns. In 4.63 we have the higher organisms. And higher organisms means, organisms in this sense means the states or the countries. Organisms means the countries. Means how do we consider the countries as, see, male or female, feminine or masculine? Again, we have 3 points of view. If we speak about the country geographically or economically and politically, or from a sports point of view, means if we use geographically, in this case, we use, instead of any country, if we remove any country, we use it. For example, geographically, we say, if we say Iraq is a country or an Asian country, it lies to the what? South of Turkey. We say it lies, yaqa. So here means we are speak what? We use it instead of Iraq. If we use or talk about any country economically, from economical point of view or economic point of view or political point of view, in this case we use what? We use she. For example, we say Canada, we can say Canada is a great country. She exports, let's say, tobacco. She exports. In this case, we don't say it exports, we say she. Why? Because we speak about the politics or economic. And finally, if we are speaking about any country from, say, a sports point of view, in this case, we use what? We use they. For example, we can say Iraq will win the match. Why? Because they prepared properly to the game. They prepared. Why they? Because we mean the players. The players are going to play or to participate in the match, so we use they. From sports, we use they. Any country replaced from geographical point of view, we use it. Whether we mean politically or economically, we use she for any country. United States, we say she. Or the same country, we use they if we mean what? If we are talking about sports and games. So in this case, we use they because here we mean the players that they are participating in the game.